Hi, folks. It's Monday. It's time for Monday Motivation. And just like last week, I wanted to start with just a check in to just see how everyone's doing. I want to thank you folks for sharing your feelings and your thoughts and your comments on last week's video. I think when we start to share some of our feelings and some of the things that we're going through, you might realize that you're not alone and that someone else might be experiencing something that you're experiencing as well. So I just want to do a huge thank you to everyone who felt comfortable sharing in the comments. My week was okay. I'm starting to adjust to the new normal personally. I'm really enjoying being home. If you guys have followed my journey at all, you know I travel about 200 days out of the year, and I'm not doing that. So to be home and to have a routine, get a normal sleeping pattern, and to cook my own food, and I just feel a bit healthier. So it's been a really nice treat in that regard. One of the things I struggled with this week is sticking into a routine and not being on my phone as much. That was hard. I kept wanting to, my gut instinct was to pick up my phone and check in on Instagram, to pick up my phone and check in on my other social media. And I caught it earlier this time, so I was able to put it down. One thing that I implemented is my watch. I have a smartwatch, and it tells me once every hour to get up and move around. So I get in my wheelchair and I push myself around for a minute to get in my, not my steps, but my rolls. And then I've also set it to remind me to do a 1-minute mindfulness every hour as well. For today's Monday Motivation, I wanted to share something with you that I learned through an online course that I'm taking through Yale. I know, it sounds so fancy. They've offered this course called The Science of Happiness, which is like one of their most sought out courses on campus because they're teaching the psychology and the importance behind happiness and how we can increase that for ourselves and for others. So I thought I would love to learn a bit more about this. So I signed up. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, just Google The Science of Happiness at Yale. And if you're available, if it's still available, I highly recommend you sign up. So this week's lesson, we learned about this concept of savoring and also gratitude. So if we look at the idea of savoring, part of the homework this week is to pick one activity every single day and savor it. But like, what does that mean, savoring? We've heard that word maybe like, for me, I would like savor dessert, so I would eat it very slowly because I love it and I don't want it to end, which is basically what savoring is. It's to step outside of the experience or activity. I'm looking at some notes here because I haven't fully memorized the whole lesson yet. But it's stepping outside of the activity to review and appreciate it. So often, specifically right now in this time of what can feel like chaos, it's hard to be present in things. So we might do something that makes us feel good, but then we just move on to the next thing. When right now is the time to maybe take some time to slow down and to savor some of these things that you're experiencing or activities that you love to do. And savoring intensifies and lengthens the positive emotions that come from that activity. I don't know about you, but yeah, I want to feel good. And I want it to last longer than just like a couple seconds or a couple minutes. So taking that time in an activity, and the activities could be anything. This morning, I just took a longer shower than I normally do because the shower in the morning for me is like my cup of coffee. And I really just enjoyed that long shower. That was really great. But whatever that is for you, you know, maybe it's spending an hour with your kids. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's listening to a song and you like it so much that you listen to it for a second time. Well, whatever that looks like for you. Savor that activity. And then a technique to make sure that you continue to savor it throughout the day is maybe tell one person about that. So for instance, my savoring activity for yesterday was the actual course itself, The Science of Happiness. And so today when I talked to my mom, I told her all about it. And that was one of the ways that I savor it. Another way to do that is to think about, you know, how lucky you are to have and be in that moment of taking that long shower or spending this time with your kid or spending this time at home or whatever that looks like for you. Just taking that time to be present and being grateful for that. Or the other thing is to maybe take a photo. One of the things I've started to do when I go on my walk every day is to take photos or to pay attention to something that happens to me or stop to soak in the vitamin D from the sun, whatever those things are. But take a souvenir or a photo or something to remind you of that, to continue to savor that. And then every night, write yourself a note, either in a journal or you could even create like a savor box, you know, that you could put all like whatever that is for the day. And then at the end of the week, you can pull them out and look at all the things that you can savor and remind yourself. And don't just write like a shower. Maybe write down one of the reasons you enjoy the long shower, one of the reasons you enjoy the long walk, or get out that photo that you took, or go through your photos on your phone, or you can write any of these on your phone as well. This week, every single day, find one activity or one thing to savor. And do those techniques of telling someone else or taking that photo or making that savor box and putting it in that box and then reliving those moments. It's scientifically proven that this will increase your happiness. And I think it's something that we could use right now. The other thing, which this is not new information, is practicing this idea of gratitude. Being grateful has been scientifically proven to increase your mood and lower your stress levels, which is pretty incredible. And it's also been proven that it can help strengthen your immune system and also lower your blood pressure, which during a time like this I think is super helpful. Now, experiencing gratitude can also bring you a stronger sense of social connection, which, again, during times like this, I think is super important. The other part of what I'm doing this week as part of my homework for the class, but I would also like to share it with you, is to start a gratitude journal and do 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. So I actually want to read you what my gratitude journal was for yesterday. So my gratitude journal for yesterday was I got a call from my dad. And my dad doesn't call me very often. He's just not like a big phone person. But I know when he does, it's going to be a hoot. And he was hilarious. So I got a call from my dad yesterday. My friend Joelle stopped by. If you follow me on Instagram, at Spencer to the West. She stopped by my building. We practice our physical distancing. But she brought me some cleaning products. And she brought me a couple new books to read. And she also brought me a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, and that was huge. I haven't had that in a really long time. We did a Zoom, a surprise birthday party on Zoom for my friend Sally. I was grateful for the spicy chicken sandwich from my friend Joelle, and also the visit from Joelle. So a lot of my gratefulness was from Joelle yesterday. But practicing this gratitude and practicing savoring is proven to help boost your positivity and boost happiness in your life. And in a time when things can be difficult, I think these are 2 things that we can start to practice. Folks, that's it for today. I hope this week you find some things to savor and you find those 5 things every single day to be grateful for. And maybe if you're feeling up to it, you can share them in the comments below. We would love to hear some of the things you're grateful for. I'm happy to always share mine, but I would love to hear yours as well. All right, folks, I wish you positivity and love and light this week. And just take it one day at a time. That's all I'm doing. Each day I wake up and just take it as it comes. As always, you're my new best friend. Call me every 5 minutes. Bye.